Hi there, and welcome to 360 View, where we look at all the sides in the news. Olufemi Omotayo here, your host. Please subscribe to the channel if you've not done so, and leave a comment. Thank you for doing that. We come back again to governance in the news circulating around governance in Nigeria, and specifically uh, about the statement credited to the president of the country, uh, Major General Muhammadu Buhari. So President Buhari yesterday made a positive overall assessment of the 7.5 years administration of the APC, that's the All Progressive Congress, under him at the center, declaring, so he declared that the ruling party has delivered on all electoral promises made to Nigerians at all levels. That was his declaration that the APC, which he is the leader of the party, has delivered on all their electoral promises made to Nigerians at all levels. So the president was speaking at the Ohinoyi of Ebira land, uh, that at the palace which he also inaugurated as part of his one-day official visit to Kogi State. Buhari said good progress has been made in the revival of the Ajaokuta Steel Complex. So we'll talk a bit about that complex. So the Ajaokuta Steel Complex is located in Kogi State. He said the complex, which had cost the federal government over $400 million, $400 million to revamp, was ready for concession to a private investor who will manage it for the country. So the Ajaokuta, in case you don't know, the steel complex is one of the most critical, actually, for a serious country. That facility should have been ready because it is taking 40 years since 1981-82 when that complex started. So at some point, the news was that it was 90% into completion. And, right now, over time, because of poor administration, the Nigerian problem, um, that complex could not come to life. And as a result, everything just dwindled from there on. So all the resources that Nigeria has put into it right now looks like a waste. But thankfully, at this point, the government, the incumbent government, is trying to hand it over to a private investor in a concession arrangement. But Buhari, that's where the point of this podcast is that Buhari also gave a thumbs up to the APC government of Yahaya Bello after inaugurating a reference hospital in Okene and also another project executed by the state government. He commended the Kogi governor for the various projects, saying, if one wants to see anything here, he will get lost. You know, just trying to commend Yaya Bello for the project that he has inaugurated. At the Palace of Oyino, he said, Kogi, and this is a Buhari now, he said, we are an administration that prides ourselves on the fulfillment of our electoral promises to the Nigerian people at both national and subnational level. This is why I am glad that we have an expressive array of legacy projects through your own state governor as proof of our stewardship of Kogi State. So, as far as Buhari is concerned, the APC government is has provided everything. Their all their promises that they made in since 2015 when they first came on board. They have fulfilled all those promises. Well, the question is, could this be true? Is he saying the right thing? Actually, the first person to counter it uh, is actually one of his staunch supporters in the person of Kayode Fayemi, the immediate past governor of Ekiti State, who was at some point the chairman of the Governors Council. You know, he said it. He said this last just 2021 last year. He said the government of APC under Buhari have failed to deliver all the campaign promises to Nigerians. You know, he said though some of the issues in country predated Buhari's government, elected officials should take responsibility for not delivering on campaign promises to Nigerians. In a TV program that's on Channels TV, Fayemi said, I'm not going to shy away from the expectations of people. And before we came to office, I was a leading player in the campaign that brought my principal, Buhari, to power. We promised Nigerians quite a number of things, particularly centering on security, anti corruption, and on economic growth. Have we been able to attain all of what we promised? Obviously not. So you could see now that already Fayemi, who is one of his closest ally, has debunked this claim that Buhari is making. If my memory serves me well, I remember that if you look around, if you just flash your mind back to 2014, 2015 during the campaign, uh, why the APC was knocking Jonathan and the PDP. One of the campaign promises was that they were going to bring down. Then dollar was around 200 naira. So they would bring down dollar to 1 naira, and then one of the promises was that fuel will be reduced. I think fuel at that time was around 87 naira or thereabout. Will be brought back to uh, a figure that everybody can take. So all these are all the promises that this government have made, but how many of those promises are being fulfilled today? How many? So if you sincerely, let me just do this simple analysis. If you look at the tweet by Shehu Sani, Sani used to be a senator under APC. He just was not re-elected. So legacies to be left behind as of this Buhari's administration: nepotism, a more divided country, increased separatist agitation, emboldened terrorist groups, a record foreign and domestic debt burden, 133 million poor Nigerians, failed economic diversification, devalued currency, cost of governance, unfulfilled promises of restructuring. These are all the things that this government will be remembered for. Do you agree? What other things do you think that this government has promised and have not fulfilled? Well, um, how about in the some statistics on fuel, debt, unemployment, inflation, insecurity, and others? The unemployment rate was 8.19% in 2015 when APC took over, but it is now 33.3%. Today, a dollar is exchanged at 720 naira in the parallel market. It was 198 in 2015. The country's debt, Nigeria's debt, was 9.8 trillion naira in 2015. It is now 41.6 trillion at the moment, and the list is endless. So when the government say he has fulfilled all his promises, you wonder what exactly is he talking about. Under the APC, Nigeria became the poverty capital of the world. You know, uh, Nigeria became the third most terrorized country on earth. Um, Nigeria was ranked the second worst in the world in government integrity by the US-based Heritage Foundation. Only Venezuela government is worse than this present government. The Development Finance International DFI Global Ranking of Commitment to Reduce Inequality Desk, Nigeria was ranked 157 out of 157, last position. You know, Nigeria under Buhari, Nigeria records the worst attack on journalists in 34 years. Analysis published by Coalition of Whistleblowers Protection and Freedom, Press Freedom. And then, in spite of the APC government sanctimonious noise about anti-corruption, Nigeria has consistently regressed in Transparency International Corruption Perception Index. The stats, can go on and on and on. The list is endless. So when the government say it has fulfilled all its promises, you wonder what exactly are these promises. Maybe I don't know the promises and how they are fulfilled. I'd like to know. Please put them in the comments, and let's look at those promises that have been fulfilled, so that we can learn together. Of course, I don't know everything, so I look forward to hearing from you as usual. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel. See you next time. And